Let's get start with the demo of build blog applications using template in Astro. So here my application is actually ready, and here there's a three section like home section, blog section, and about section. And if you see, once you home section, there is a also there is a provide how we can customize your things. So they are provide those informations. Even there is another nice feature over here. See, once I mouse over, so you are able to see there's a nice icons and all actually that over here. Like for example, once I click that menu, so you are able to see those are menu. Once I click this button, then inspect, so you are able to see this inspect. Even you want to audit something, so you can see this is an audit section as well. And if I want to setting something, so you can able to setting as well as your applications, right? So this is nice feature also provide over here in this Astro. And even if I go to that blog section, now see whatever blogs you have, like for example you have a multiple blogs over here, right, with the pagination. So as of now there is a no pagination, but yeah, so if I want to use the pagination, that also can use it. But yeah, see there is a sample 4 blocks. So once I click that any blogs, so they will landing in the blog section, right, the particular blog section along with their image and their informations. So you can able to see over here. And once you go back, you are able to go back again, you can go to that another section, means another blogs as well. So this build actually this application generated using Astro very quickly, so that I will show you. And once I go to the about section, so also the this is the about section where we can add our what about this blogs and all, and actually we can mention over here. So this application will be built in using the template in Astro. So let's get start implementation. So before implementation, I'm especially recommend if you first time visit my channel, so this is my channel which is .NET real world example, and you will found all that real world example over here. Like for example, see Blazor hybrid app, that complete app, and Blazor web assembly, that complete app, and also .NET MAUI application complete app, also clean architecture, build a clean architecture is an application, so that also has a real world example. So many other things like how we can create a build, how we can host a build, how we can customize our custom domain and all, everything as a full stack developer you can find it over here, right? So let's start to implementation. So before implementation, actually what you need to do, I will show you first that I will show you first that that official website of Astro. So let me go to Astro. So here that Astro, and if you go to here, so this is that official website which is giving the document of Astro build, how we can get it started and all, right? So this is Astro. And what is Astro? So first quickly I'll tell you what is that Astro. Astro is an open source web framework that helps to develop build fast SEO friendly website. It's combine static site generation and server side rendering to create a content driven experience, right? So this is actually that what is that Astro. So if I talk about actually why we need to Astro, first actually I will give you some concept actually what is the Astro and why we Astro. So why we Astro? Astro is a is that a web framework for build content driven website like blogs, marketing, and e-commerce. Astro is a best known for the pioneering a new front-end architecture to reduce JavaScript overhead and complexity compared to others framework. If you need the website that loads fast and has great SEO, then Astro is for you, right? So that's why actually we using the Astro. So let me start build, right? So before that actually you need the installation process. So this is a installation process, and in installation process I will share you one more thing. Actually see, this is a prerequisition. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to record actually v18 node.js or v20, right, or higher. So this is the prerequisition. And also it would be great if you do have an VS code, so that you can edit or this, and you can build and you can just modify your applications. And also it will work on it has also a terminal. So those I will show you like how we can do that. So first what I will do, let me create a one folder. For example, see, this is my I just created one folder over here, that Astro demo, and in Astro demo I will just move it to as a command prompt. Let's simply I just move it to command prompt over here. See, nothing, just I just move it to this Astro folder over here. And let me check first, okay, what we have a node version. So let me check the node version. So my node version is 2012, so that means it will perfect. If you don't have, so please install first that node.js in your system. So once you're done, then what you need to do, you have to just create your applications. So how we can create your new applications in Astro? It's simple. You have to just use that npm create and then Astro and Astro, actually not Astro. So let me just fix it as Astro, Astro, yeah, Astro at the rate that latest. So whatever latest of dependencies are all, we can get it over here. So using this command, and let me show you in a zoom. So this is that command where you can just create your new application in the Astro. So npm create Astro at the rate latest, and once you hit enter, it will prompt you some informations and all. So yeah, I missed something, latest, yeah, so I miss latest version over here. So let me latest, yeah, so this is that one. So once you done, now see, it is asking me, so where you should be want to create your new project. So it will prompt you one of that default directory. So if you want to keep it this guy, so you can keep it, or if you want to change it, so you can just just change it over here as well. So up to you, right? So what I will do, I'll just keep it same, and once I hit enter, so it will give you 3 section over here. Now see, this is that one, like including sample files, which is recommend. Another one include using that block template, which I show you in a demo, right? So this is that I just created from here, but I will show you first like this some files, so that you can understand, okay, how actually our Astro framework or Astro and language is actually working. So that's why I will just first will create this include sample files, then I will show you that using blog as well, or you can just create an empty file, empty project as well, right? So I will use that this one first one. So let me hit enter, and also they asking like, do you want to plain to write TypeScript, yes or no? Yeah, I will just use the TypeScript, that is fine. If you don't want to TypeScript, so you can skip this section as well. Hit enter, and then again you will ask, okay, how strict should TypeScript be, like strict or strictest or relaxed? So I will use that recommend one. So use this one. And also installation dependency, yes, I want to installation dependency. And also initialize a new git repository. If you want to add that git repository directly over here, so you can add it, yes. Or if you don't want, so yeah, I just choose it no. As of now I don't want to use it. So hit enter, and once you hit enter, now see, it will take some time to actually build or initialize your project. First they just create all the template, then TypeScript customize, and that dependency installation on that with the npm. So that we will do. It will take some time, minimum 1 or 2 minutes. So after that your project will be ready. Now see, your project got created successfully, there is no issue. And also after just got created, it will give some instruction like how you can run your application, right? Whatever application is just created. So it is giving, okay, this is your directory, right? Using this directory, using the cd command, and go to that directory. And also you can just run npm run dev and start. So your application will be started, right? So I will follow same example, same instruction, like simple copy this guy, go to paste it over here and hit enter. And I am just going to this folder, like this is my main folder and this is my project folder. I'm going to inside this folder. And then what I need to do, simply npm run deb. And once you npm run deb, now see, our application got running. So let me just quickly run this application and go to my browser and hit enter. So once I hit enter, now see, my application got created. And also this is just sample application. It is giving this this 4 section, card section. This is card section. I'll show you how actually that implement that card section with this this nice look feel, right? So once I house over, so it will giving that style and all. And once I click this section, it will landing to that another page, right? So go back to over here, like that. Okay, so now go through this code, how actually that build this application, and also I will explain like how actually our application structure and all, how actually that follow that structure, how actually that life cycle and all that we will discuss also. So go to my here, and that simply just close it. Okay, and I want to close, so I want to use yes, so I will close it, and then simply I can use it that BS code. So I will use that code dot, so it will directly open our BS code with this current folder, right? So now see, our application got created over here. And one thing actually you have to do, that once first time you open your Visual BS code using that project, you have to add one extension, so that would be help to support this framework. So what is that? This is actually Astro. Just find that Astro, going to that extension section, and here you have to just install this extension method of official Astro extension. So once you install, so definitely it will help to these are like syntax, coding actions, formatting, symbols, and all actually they will helps to create or build applications, right? So let me quickly close and go to one by one. First actually I will discuss that structure, our project structure. So what are the structure over here? First I will talk about the SRC. Okay, so this SRC actually your project source code, now like for example components, pages, styles, actually they will contain those are things over here. And if I talk about that public, so public also you non-code unprocessed asset, like for example your font asset or icon etc, actually we have to contain over in this folder, right? And then also we have another section page.json file, right? So a project manufacturing file, so whatever the manifest file, so those are, we have to keep it over in this package.json file. And also another file we have to keep it over here, this one astro config.ms file, right? So this also an astro configuration file, which is also define that our astro configurations over here. So later on we will describe more, we will implement, then I think you will get an idea what is that and how we can use it. Okay, and then one last things over here in the directory folders over here, that is tsconfig.json file. So this is that one. Okay, and this is actually define a TypeScript configuration file. So whatever TypeScript we are using, so that we have to define over here, right? So once you're done, now you are able to see the project structure tree as well. Like for example, if you just expand this guy, so this is content nodes, and this is publics, this is SRC, and in this SRC also there is a component, there's a layout, this is a pages and all. So this is actually project structure and all. So let me explain one by one. Like for example, if I talk about that SRC, so in this SRC there's a many section actually, like page, layout, Astro component, UI framework, and style and markdown. So in this section, in this here, the sampler over here, all that folder is not over here, but yeah, this is a minimal things, like actually we have the component, we have the page, and we have the environment as well, right? So let me describe what is that component. So component are reusable unit of that code for your HTML pages. These could be an Astro component or UI component like React or Vue. It is common to use group and organization all of that of your project components together in the folders, right? So that's why actually we have to use. And then we have to talk about the layout section. Okay, so what is the layout? And layout are Astro component that define the UI structure shared by one or more pages, right? And also if I talk about the pages, so pages are also a special kind of component used to create new page on your site. A page can be a Astro component or the markdown file that represents some pages to contain on your sites and all, right? So like that actually we have to keep in this over here. And similar, if I talk about the public folder, so public directory is for files and asset in your project that do not need to be processed during Astro build process. The file in this folder will be copied into a build folder untouched, and then your site will be a build. right? So like that actually we can use it. And also there's a package JSON folder file that usually used by the TypeScript package manager to manage your dependencies and all, right? So like that, this is a structure and all. So let me go through that code, like how actually that running that code. Like so first I will go to that src folder, and in this src folder, this main component inside this over here, this pages folder, inside this is a index.astro, right? And also if you observe, all the page actually contain the Astro extension, right? Because this is we are building an Astro. And in here, see, there's a component which I use that layout. Where is this layout? If you see, go to over here layout section. So this is the layout section, and we have to build over here our layout component, right? As like use the new interface using the title, and there's some HTMLs and bodies, and then this is a global style, right? So this is simple, and actually I just created a component, and then I have to use simply over here using the title, whatever title I just pass. This is the title. What is the main and all? What is that src for things and all? We just send it over here inside the layout component, and then we have to use we have to use another component over here, that is a card component. So where is my card component, and how we are up to passing this this input field over here? So if you go to over here in the component section, you will see the card component, which also as a component we have to just create it as a reusable components, which will accept title, body, href, okay? And here simply we use that li section, and in this li section, this three property we just simply bind it over here, like title, body, and there's a style as well, right? So simply I just create a component, and easily I can use it over here, or passing that whatever input I want. So right, we just pass it over here and just bind it this card component, right? This is very easy, right? And which other framework as well. So like this way actually we have to just create it our applications, and this is that flow as well, right? And now what I need to do, simply I'll show you how easily actually it is reflecting. So for example, like suppose example, to get start open the directory, it is also I can just change it to over here, and easily we can change it, right? So that is too easy over here, right? So for example, to get started in Astro, so once you change, it should be reflect automatically, right? So what I need to do, simply just run this application in this VS Code as well. So go to terminal and go to that new terminal, and here npm run deb, and once I npm run, now see, this is my listening point. Just copy this listening point and go to here and then run it. Now see, that got changes. And again, let me change another things. For example, get started and quickly, right? And then once I save, now see, whatever page I have to change it, so that also got automatically listening and actually reflecting over here. And if you go back to that page, so that also that got be changed, right? So like this way actually we can implement, and we can see actually how easily we can build our application, right? So let me start, and let me build another one which I show you in our demo, like this one, right? So this is a real world example, right? So that I will show you how we can build this application in our Astro using the template. So what I need to, let me just quickly close everything, okay, and go back to our terminal. So there's my terminal, and let me just clear that terminal over here and go to that one step back, and this is that main folder, right? And in this main folder again we have to use same things like npm create, and then whatever that is, our command is astro, and at the rate latest, right? And hit enter. Once I hit enter, again we have to follow same things. Now see, it is again giving that default folder name, so I will use it same one, and this time I have to choose, instead of this I will use this guy, because I want to create a block template, right? So that I can get an idea, okay, actually how actually real world one example also is working in this Astro, right? So I will use that TypeScript, that is fine. Use this default one, and dependencies also is fine, and repository I will using as a no, and then it will will take some time to actually create a template, copy all the template and types, keep customize, and then dependency installation. Okay, once this process complete, you will get an over here this instruction to run over here, right? So what I will do, I will just go to this folder, right, this directory, because this is my directory which I just created my application, and I will open as a VS Code. So using the code dot, and it will land it to direct in our VS Code. So this is my folder section. Now see how look like is different for previous one. So once I click that src, now see this time I have many section, right? We have that component section, we have the content section, and pages and layout. It was that previous one, that is fine, but yeah, these new things also got created, right? And also see there's a many component also it is created, like for example these are component actually created which we have to use in our application. And also if you go to that content section, so there's a content section we have to just create it, whatever that blocks contains, right? Like first block, second block, third block, those are created. So let me quickly run this application and see, and then we will go through that project. So go to that project over here and run it like npm run deb, and that hit enter, and it will quickly run over here this port. So let me open this in our browser, go to here, let me open this. Now see application got running, also all that features should work perfectly, there's no issue, right? This is perfectly working fine. Also if we go to the block section, so these are the block section, and in this block section these are that content, right? So once I click the third block, now I'm going to that third block. So these are content section actually which I just showing over here, right? So if you go to that blocks and this content section, so these are that content section. Okay, first block, second block, third block, and the markdown style guide also, right? And if you go back to over here, if we go to the home section, so this is that home section which actually returning in this over here, like okay, not this one, go to this guy. Okay, now see this is that one. If you go to that pages, and this is that blocks one, but yeah, this is that main component, right? And this main component basically we use that other component, for example base head, like which is coming from here, right? This base head, and also we have the header which is also we have to coming from here, right? And those are that contain normal contents over here. And then also many things actually we have to build over here. For example, these are the static content, nothing else, but yeah, there's a footer also, there's a footer content which is coming from that footer component. And once you come over here, now if I go to that block section, so this is that block section, and in this block section this is that main page, right, which is coming from over here. And here we have to just get the data, all that collections, right, using that blocks, right? So whatever the blocks we have get it over here and get it that over here, and then after that getting the data we have to just binding over here, so that there is a binding mechanism also, like see using that post map, right? So whatever that data and whatever that file over here, we are just trying to bind over here using that there here. So there is another feature over here. Here see get static path, we are getting that static path using that blocks. So it will containing that blocks, and whatever that blocks inside that over here, they will so sorry here for here, like whatever they're containing, so they will get it over here, and one by one they will storing over here. And those things we can just using inside that content component, we have to put it over here like this way, right? So like this way we have to get it and retrieve it and set it over here, all that blocks easily, right? So like this way we have to build this application. But don't worry, as of now definitely it is a little hard to understand because it is a first time and it is a new technology. So don't worry about that, we will build from that scratch to end. So how we can actually create the component from that starting, and then how we can create a DB, how we can get the DB, how we can generate that pages and get returning over here, how we can create the backend things, how we can consume that backend to our front end. So everything we will build over here. But yeah, as of now that is fine, right? Because this just started, so we have to know, right, how that new technology actually behaving, how actually what is the role, and how we have to create it, that application and all. That is very important. So that's all for this session, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you, have a nice day.